Happy 90th birthday, NIKKOR! Did we do it that time? Great. Today I'm going to be talking through my favorite NIKKOR lenses for wedding photography. Here's one now, the 24-70 f2.8. It is the most general of all the lenses. Not only is it incredible for weddings and portraits and events, but also for travel.
While weddings are my main income, I find that a lot of my personal enjoyment of photography comes from travel as well. And this is one of those lenses that bridges both my professional work as well as my personal work. I have never found another 24-70 in my lifetime as a photographer that I like as much as this one, and that includes any brand. I love the ergonomics of this lens as well as the images that come off of this lens. They just seem to have an artistic feeling to them that I can't really summarize in words.
While this is a great all-day lens, I find it particularly useful during ceremonies, so you get the wide shots, you get those tight close-ups, especially if you're shooting something like the Nikon Z9 or Z8, has that high megapixel count. You can punch into APS-C crop mode within your camera, and you can get a little bit more reach off the long end.
2.8 is a wide enough aperture to allow you to get some great coverage in low light, and it does great in all weather conditions. So whether it's a wedding or a portrait session or travel and landscape photography, the NIKKOR Z24-70 f2.8S is a go-to lens for me.
All right, I'll enter again.
Enter.
Next up, we have the NIKKOR Z50mm f1.2S. I also love the 85 1.2S, but if they're not in your budget yet, the 1.8S primes are all incredible. I particularly enjoy the 35, the 50, and the 85. I feel like we have to switch the screen. Can we go back to the, there it is. These primes. They're really nice.
What do you like these primes for, Taylor?
These primes are not only cost effective, but they are also very compact. They're very easy to travel with, and they create very, very nice background separation when you're photographing your couple. And this is particularly useful if you end up in an environment that you don't have control over the background. You want to clean it up. You want to make it disappear into that nice out of focus bokeh. So if the 1.2 isn't in your immediate future, check out the 1.8s until you can step up to something like this, because they're all amazing.
You might laugh, but I could absolutely shoot an entire wedding day or any portrait session with just the 35 1.8 and the 85 1.8. I am very, very happy with that combination. I will have them on 2 camera bodies throughout the wedding day, and that's just my happy place. I feel like those are the lenses that I started with back with my Nikon D50 in 2005, and I am still happy with that lens combination today. I also know a number of photographers that will use a 50mm lens as their main lens and a 24 on their second body, and they're very happy with that combination as well. You may notice that a number of these images are from the Nikon Z6. This is from a few years ago in Santorini as part of a travel series that we did with Nikon, and you can watch all of the episodes right now for free. There's a little box at the top of the screen right now, as well as a link in the description if you want to watch all of those episodes, which go a little bit more in depth into each of the lenses that I'm briefly touching on today. If I could only pick one of the lenses that I've mentioned so far from the prime section, it would probably be this 35 f1.8S. I just love the versatility of it, and as a main travel lens, I could only bring this lens anywhere and I would be very, very happy.
Next up, we have the all-new Nikon ZF that comes as a bundle with the 40mm f2, which is another one of my favorite NIKKOR lenses. I love this lens because it is incredibly small, lightweight, easy to travel with, and creates that really nice background separation for portraits. Here are some images shot on the Nikon ZF in the black and white mode, which I've also found myself using quite a lot.
So 40mm might seem a bit like a weird focal length, but I really, really like it a lot. As I mentioned before, I love the 35, I love the 50, and this kind of fits right in the middle. And it gives me a great travel lens as well as a great portraiture lens as well. It's also very low profile for candids, so if you're at a wedding day or if you're at an event, it's very easy to blend in and to actually capture real experiences. If you get the Nikon ZF, you can also get an SE version of the lens, which matches the aesthetic of the ZF a little bit closer. But if you're on the Z8 or the Z9, I would recommend just getting the regular version. Now, another amazing thing with the NIKKOR lens selection is that it goes way back. I forget the exact number, but there are over 300 f-mount lenses that you can adapt with the FTZ adapter to one of your Nikon Z bodies. And all of those lenses come with their own unique set of characteristics, and I feel like all of them have been designed with art in mind, which I feel like is a huge differentiator from the NIKKOR line versus any other lens system that I've ever used.
And there it is, live from Tokyo. My favorite NIKKOR lenses for wedding, photography, portraits. It's all for me. I guess we'll go to Tokyo now. Bye.
Share your NIKKOR story using hashtags a story in every lens and hashtag NIKKOR 90th anniversary.